Hey everyone, my name's Richard and welcome back to my self-improvement Change My Life series. So I'm not going to waste any time, so let's just straight get into it. Overall, I've not been as successful as I'd hoped. Out of a list of a total of 9 items, I only succeeded at 3. And there's a few others that I did manage to do some work on, but not as much as I'd hoped. So, finish updating my CV, primary goal. No, I did some work on it, but I didn't finish completely updating or finishing it. To do secondary goals, I finished updating Aspden.com. There will be a link in the description if you're interested. And the second one was to migrate expedition fiction to WordPress. That hasn't been done. It's a bit daunting because of how much work is involved. So I'm kind of not looking forward to doing it. But if I break it down into pieces, it should be a lot easier or less daunting. The other goals: brainstorm ideas for the expedition fiction YouTube series I'm talking about Twitch. Didn't do any work on that. Same with ideas for writing stuff on richstaff.com. Didn't do any work on that. Tertiary goals: doing for update C2 with new functions and make a new scratch superheroes video. Did both of those. They'll be linked up in the corner if you're interested, and there'll be a link in the description if you're interested and want to check that out. The last two tertiary goals: brainstorm better branding for Aspden and restart Patreon with 1 tier. Didn't do work on those. I mean, I did have a peek into Patreon. I mean, I'll look at my Patreon page as it stands, but I didn't really do any work. Put my actual progress into actually getting it live. So yeah, I think having so many goals wasn't a good idea because it seemed like I had so much work to do and then ended up not doing it, and I ended up not going into the day-to-day, day-by-day to-do list, which probably was a bad idea because it let me be lax and lazy. Plus, my copy of Fortnite started working again, so I ended up spending more time playing that than being productive. So yeah, it's my fault. I made those choices, but I've made them. They're done. I have to deal with the consequences, and yeah, where we go from here, I need to start being productive. Next week I do have a to-do list. I've made it shorter, just so hopefully it's easier for me to hit those goals and hopefully say, yeah, I've done all of it. Fantastic. Anyway, primary goal is migrate expeditionfiction.com to WordPress. That's the main thing I want to do because that means I can actually start looking to making content for it and getting stuff out to people for people to read, and I can start actually doing more work on it. Second goal 1, finish updating my CV. It needs doing, but I want to get my it's kind of important, but not as important as getting to expeditionfiction.com because I still have a CV going, but expeditionfiction.com needs updating. Secondly, goal 2, restart Patreon with the 1 tier, because that way it gets done and I can start advertising it and people can start supporting me if they want to. Tertiary goal 1, tertiary goals 1, 2 and 3 are basically brainstorming ideas for stuff on YouTube, both on this channel and Expedition Fiction YouTube channel, as well as both sites. Bit simple, and they need doing, so that way I can start producing content. Pretty much, that's basically what I'm doing this week is to just give myself that base to make content and start planting seeds for stuff I can do in the future. So basically, I'm making my land life fertile for stuff to happen and opportunities and everything. Tertiary goal 3 is just increase the branding and further rich Aspden brand for YouTube, the website, my social media and everything, and get all that looking fancy. The expedition fiction branding is kind of good. It's kind of consistent and everything. I mean, I'm going to have to change it a bit with the website to make it more accessible, but compromise is important. You've got to make compromises somehow, but you've got to try and find that place where you've got the branding you want, but it's crosses with stuff that people can actually use and access and everything, especially when they're exploring the site. And yeah, that's it. If I happen to do more than that, fantastic. If I don't, as long as I get these goals done, I should be in the clear. But yeah, that's essentially it. I will end this video here because I don't really have much else to talk about. If you're enjoying my journey, please consider hitting the subscribe button there. There'll be a random video up there if you want to see more videos from me, and if you want to see the other self-improvement series playlist thing, there'll be a link below it. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye folks.